Hi, I'm Anna.
And I'm Ben.
And we are AutoSave. Welcome to our channel.
Today we're watching Spy Family, episode 3. I've been waiting all week for this.
Me too. I love having a show that we get to be excited for and wait impatiently for all week.
It's different than, like, waiting a week because our schedules aren't there and the show's already out feeling. And we're catching up to, like, oh my god, the new episode's coming out, you know?
And then, like, waking up the morning before you get to watch something, it almost feels like Christmas.
Like, it feels like Sunday morning cartoons.
Yes, or like you had a sick day from school and you got to stay home and watch cartoons.
Very true. I, was always, waiting for the new episode of Zoids or something, and that's what it makes me feel like. So we have Yor now as the finishing touch to our family, right?
Yes, I think it's a flawless finishing touch. We aren't sure if the family is going to need some prep before the school interview.
Very true.
I would assume just for good measure, they'll try a family outing first. And honestly, especially with Anya being telepathic, I feel like the chance for misunderstanding, she will quell any misunderstandings and will be able to act like the daughter.
I am hoping that Frankie does a test interview or practice interview for them.
That'd be so funny if he
cute.
pretended to be the principal of the school.
I think that the most romantic moment in any TV show I've ever watched happened last episode with the engagement being the grenade pin. That was inspired.
I do wonder if she's gonna get a real ring.
I'm sure.
Or they're what if they size?
I hope they do. That'd be so cute.
That'd be so funny. The jeweler would be like, "You want me to what?" But yeah, that was the most romantic thing I've ever seen too.
I love. It's so interesting because it's the average length of any anime, right? Mm-hmm. But even when I was editing episode 2, I was for some reason it feels longer. It feels like it's such a big story that I get to enjoy in 24 minutes. The whole Lloyd running in to the party last episode was so amazing to watch. It was so much fun. And I don't even think I have her name. There was this bitch.
The blonde girl?
Yeah, I hated her. And I'm so glad that I don't know. I love the dynamic between Lloyd and Yor.
I don't know what her issue is, but she needs to chill out.
I definitely don't think Yor thinks Lloyd's an assassin. I don't think that Lloyd thinks... Reverse, yes. I don't think Yor thinks Lloyd is a spy. I don't think Lloyd thinks Yor is an assassin. And I don't think either of them think that Anya is telepathic. And I love that. You know?
Yeah, it's gonna be cute having that kind of oh, we all have secrets and we need to keep it from each other. And... oh my god, that's gonna be so funny.
Okay, I can't wait. You ready? Yeah. Sweet. My heart can't take it. Man. This is gonna be hard to wait a week for, you know?
Mm-hmm. I think the issue Lloyd is having is that he's oh, we don't pass as an upper crust family, but you pass as a family, and that's just the first step, you know. And he was it's only 1%. I was I don't know. Seeming like you actually have known each other for as long as for 6 years, as Anya says she is 6, but we don't necessarily believe her on that, you know, and that you're actually married.
Agreed. That is the first step. I don't know how hard it is, because it seems like this school's crazy, so it feels
what if it's not as crazy as he thinks it is?
I guess it depends on who the interviewer is, right? Or what their beliefs are, but
they might want to add some interesting families into the mix.
Yeah, I mean, I could totally see Lloyd's idea of what they're expecting to be true, though, you know? Them wanting somebody who is on the typical upper crust and does like the most extravagant things and doesn't really care about the best part, the family part, that home together and hanging out, just them.
But it could be comedic if the interviewer is trying to mix up and add some kind of difference into the school body.
Yeah.
And then, like, I could see Anya acting like Anya, but not seeming unintelligent. Which is cute and fun. And then being like, you know, she would be a nice addition to this school. Who wouldn't want someone who loves her mama and papa so much?
I love their moments alone when they're not in public are amazing. Or like even in public, but like at the park, and then they bonded over catching that criminal. It's so interesting, like that yours, like, she has that sense of justice that is like, oh, I'm gonna go help right now and drop everything. Mm-hmm. When Lloyd is like, has to remember his spy ways of like, okay, can't have everybody looking at me, you know, can't have any attention drawn towards me. But that obviously is easily overcome when Anya and Yor come into the picture, you know? Mm-hmm. He was so willing to help out there.
Also, like, if you think about both of the jobs that they both have, like their cover jobs, I guess, both of those jobs are people that would look around and want to help others and, you know, look around and see, like, this is the city I'm making safer and better.
Yeah.
Because, like, psychiatrist and then civil servant, like, both of them are caring about the people and the place that they live. And so it's not out of character for their cover careers to want to help a little old lady from a purse snatcher.
It's very true, and it's a very good point. Like, it's the perfect cover jobs for them. Mm-hmm. They're very similar in a lot of ways, in a lot of, like, outlooks.
Isn't it cute how Lloyd said he would not have gotten involved unless Yor had?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh.
I am definitely nervous about Yor's brother.
It's kind of suspicious, not gonna lie, that they're not showing his photo.
They are making, I guarantee you, because Lloyd said, like, oh, you guys share likeness or whatever. I guarantee you they look exactly the same, like the same color scheme. But I don't know.
When Yor got the phone call from her brother, I'm pretty sure there was a photo of them together near the phone, and I can't remember now if his face was like, you know how sometimes when they show photos there's like a glare.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I don't think we saw his face. I'm pretty sure if there was a photo, and I think there was possibly a photo next to the phone in like the second episode.
Yeah. It
was like blocked out the brother's face.
Like there was.
But it just seems like he's going to be kind of like it's almost like they're setting him up to be the moment of contention between this kind of perfect fake married couple.
I'm worried if, like, Yor gets the assignment to kill Twilight.
Yeah. Or Lloyd has to do something with Yor's brother.
Yeah.
I could totally see that happening.
I wonder if Anya's past is going to come back in any way, too. I mean, like, it's interesting that we got the nosebleed scene. That's another, like,
and we heard that it's happened before.
Thing. Yeah. I wonder what her range on telepathy is.
Like, how far out she could read someone's mind?
And if she can... It doesn't seem like she can just turn it off sometimes, right? Like, it seemed like those thoughts of the people in the crowd were just kind of like
they were so
forcing
strong
their way
almost that they forced their way in.
I wonder if it's a conviction thing, like the stronger the thought kind of thing.
Maybe. Those people were pretty far away when she was reading their thoughts.
Yeah, very true. Okay, this is so small, but I love the hair animation from Lloyd when he's
like jumping
down. It's like, it's so great.
And it kind of like falls down.
They're not afraid to break his like stereotypical hair designs. Like he like goes full back like a Super Saiyan like when he's jumping down. I don't know. It's really small, but I really like that. Also, I love that the detail that you spotted of like yours like dress or outfit. There are roses under it, Thorn Princess. That's really cool.
And I love that the tailor shop knows her so well.
I like how Anya's like, I am such a good artist that if Mama and Papa see this, they're gonna know exactly like what they're gonna know. I'm a telepath, you know.
Whoever wrote this, whoever was the mangaka of Spy Family, definitely interacted with a child. And or has a child of their own. Because some of this is just very accurate to children.
Yeah.
Like, children believe that the things that they draw look exactly like how they drew them.
The scene of them at home together at the end, I know like Lloyd's a little bit stressed still, but it's like, if it was that easy and that perfect to have that family moment, I'd be like, please give it to me. Like, it's so infectious and happy.
The ending is was kind of perfect to simplify the fact that he's not realizing the fact that they do seem like a family already.
Yeah. He is through the old woman's like language, but like I feel like he's trying to put himself out of it so far to match his own standard already that he's not realizing how, I don't know, perfect
he also
and
has
cute
to
it is.
try to not get attached.
Very true.
I like the wallpaper in this show.
Yeah.
Their whole apartment has some great wallpaper. I mean, look at Anya's wallpaper. I want that wallpaper. I mean, I love pink, so.
This is if this whole show was out, I would binge the whole thing. Like, without stopping.
Same.
It's just so feel good. I love that every time there's a piece of weaponry or blushes in heaven, she's amazed by it.
What made her to be like that?
I don't know.
How'd she come to be... I'm more curious how she came to be an assassin than how Lloyd came to be a spy.
Agreed.
And it's purely because of her fascination with weaponry.
Obviously, I want more like Anya backstory. Granted, they're intentionally leaning into the whole like 11 from Stranger Things or like that whole genre of like telepath, nosebleed experiment kind of thing. But I love her so much that I want to see her backstory, like every bit about it.
I think we'll see backstory, but we might see it when the past comes back to haunt them.
I agree, and that's scary.
But didn't she run away?
Yeah, she escaped. But if either Lloyd or Yor see anybody trying to hurt a hair on Anya's head, I am terrified for whoever that person is.
She's the perfect bodyguards, honestly.
Yeah, right? I feel like that would have to be like there's a point of contention between Yor and Lloyd because they're on opposite sides or something, or they're trying to fight each other. But Anya was taken. Yeah.
Anya.
Oh my god. Hot chocolate with sugar in it.
It just seems way too sweet.
I love the picture of them together. I love it. I love it.
I love that the hand holding was going so well, and Lloyd was like, oh, Anya likes her. And then she was like, one time I hugged my brother too hard and I broke his ribs.
I like Mr. Chimera too.
Yeah, I didn't know he could talk.
Seems like he has a good personality. Did she already have Mr. Chimera? Like at the orphanage?
He was at the orphanage with her.
I wonder if he was there like when she was experimented on and like stuff.
That would make sense for her to form an attachment.
Yeah.
With the stuffed animal, if it was like the thing that felt like it was her friend during kind of probably scary and isolated times.
Every time we leave the house now, I'm going to call it an outing instead of an outing.
Please do. That'll add some liveliness to our day.
She got peanuts, but she didn't get bacon. And she's so good at helping in the kitchen and helping clean. She's great, right?
I don't know if it's a typical fatherly thing to out his daughter in her failures of cleaning.
But it makes sense why
But it
Lloyd
fits
would.
them.
Yeah,
It fits
it's
them.
perfect. And one face that I don't think I thought I'd see as much as I did, and I'm so happy about it, is whenever either of the parents say something and she's like, "What are you talking about?" Like, she's devastated. I'm trying to find the yeah.
But she also does this like oval eye face too.
Yeah.
She's so cute.
Is when they were talking about cleaning, right? I also cleaned a bit.
Yeah, and then the bucket, and she's like so shocked that he would tell
How
her new
dare
mama
you.
about
Yeah.
this embarrassing moment.
Or that she thinks that she did clean, and then she's like, "What do you mean? I helped." All you did was tip over a bucket of water. This. like
That face, I think we saw it 5 times in this episode.
Yeah, and I loved every time we saw it. I loved it.
So dramatic. I love it.
And the intelligence of Anya for like to recognize what needs to be done to find the purse snatcher, and then to like figure out a way to quickly let your papa know
Without telling him you're a telepath.
That was so smart.
See, she's smart in a way that this school could not recognize.
Yeah. Ugh. I love it.
I do worry about her, though, with the nose bleeding and how sick she looked.
Yeah. I hope it wouldn't, like, take too much of a toll.
I would not want to be a telepath.
No?
I would rather be, like, blindly naive to people's, like, true... Like, I don't want to know people's deepest, darkest secrets.
Well, it's an interesting contrast, right? From somebody who can like tell everything about anyone, and then people who can't tell anything about themselves to anybody, right? Like, I was just.
It's like Anya's the one person that could truly understand and love Lloyd and Yor for who they are.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's going to make their chemistry and dynamic so much better, because it's obvious that Lloyd and Yor are hurting for that attachment of someone that can know everything about them and still love them and still want to be with them, you know, and know their secret.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, they're trying so hard to keep their secrets, but I bet they also secretly wish someone knew their secret.
I agree. This is one of my favorite shots of the show.
Look at him with his mouth open. He's
Yeah.
like so, and he has like the little lines right here.
Mm-hmm.
They enjoyed that so much.
I love it. And it was per your suggestion and her realizing that Lloyd was kind of stressed out.
And isn't it a nice touch that like it's very like fatherly that he put Anya up to look, but is also making sure to hold on to her so she
Right?
doesn't fall off
It
the
comes
railing.
natural.
Yeah, it's like he's done fatherly things since episode 1 that I'm like, those little things are so like ingrained in like someone who cares for a child
Yeah.
that it just came so naturally to him.
It's one thing that's like that like continues to take me by surprise is like, yeah, this is like a very sweet, wholesome show and I'm in love with it. But they are not afraid to show us like the grit or like the dark side. Like, those bastards killed my family. Give me money, you know?
I think it's good because of the contrast.
Agreed.
If there wasn't such a wild contrast between cute little kid who was adopted by this kind of crazy situation mixed with like kind of graphic, like, what was that imagery where it was like underneath Lloyd and Yor's chairs were a bunch of dead bodies?
Yeah.
I don't know where that was in this episode. It might have been at the end or something. I don't know. But I think the contrast between such kind of cute, fluffy, fun, slice of life family dynamic mixed with the reality of the jobs that these two parents have and what that means creates like this whole like mix match of like what is the genre even for this show, you know?
Yeah, I love the intro and the outro too. Ugh. I love it. Okay, I don't want to wait until next week.
The elephant's underneath. Is that an elephant? It looks like an elephant. It's underneath because she said that she had enough poison to kill an elephant.
I love her outfit. These must be like her classmates, right?
Mm-hmm. I wonder if we will meet them next episode. Like, is next episode going to be like a quick interview and then she gets in and then we start to meet the school children or what? But that's going to be fun. Anya making friends or enemies. Either one.
Dang. All right, that's all I have. I don't want to end this because I don't want to wait until next week, and I don't know.
Oh, I have one last thing I want to say.
Okay.
So you have like a couple seconds before you have to be sad that it's over.
I'll cherish it.
So, back with the school children and the possibility of her making friends, all I can think about is how all of the children at the, I wouldn't even call it like the adoption agency, all of the kids that were there at the orphanage, were all kind of together in separate rooms from Anya, and Anya was all alone in one room, and it almost gave the image that like she doesn't really get along with other kids, and or like they might think she's weird, and so she doesn't really have good experience with friends, and that makes me even more excited for her to go to school and hopefully make friends, because I feel like that'll be a big deal to her.
Like the people in this who leave the CIA, who had like been in the CIA as a career, a lot of them, like from what I understand, say things like, it's hard to trust anybody because I am so used to reading people's body language that I can tell if they're lying or not. Ramp that up to like 3,000 and you have Anya when she literally can read people's minds. So I'm sure that it must be hard, infuriating, and almost impossible to like find like a genuine relationship with someone, you know?
Which is all the more reason to be super excited for her to possibly find that. Yes. She'll have everything that she probably wants as a young kid. She gets to eat peanuts whenever she wants. Her dad's a good cook. Her mom is amazingly cool and wants to hold her hand while they're walking and makes her hot cocoa. Mm-hmm. And she could possibly make friends. And I think I'm just super excited to see Anya get all of that love.
Me too.
Okay.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching this video with us. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we will be anxiously waiting until next Saturday.
See you then.